Hi, folks. It's Eurovision Ireland, and we're back. Our first review of the 2024 season. Are you getting excited? Because we certainly are. Let's introduce you to the team first. We have James,
Hi everyone.
Sarah,
Hi everyone.
Bogdan,
Hi everyone.
you have Rich,
Hi.
and you have me, John, and Staggy, who will be, yeah, around and about. So what are we doing in this recording? We're looking at the six songs that are going to be in the Irish national final on Friday, the 26th of January. It's in the late show slot, so it's on RTE1 at 9:35 Dublin time. That's 10:35 Central European time. We'll remind you again at the end of the recording. So we're going to look at the six songs, and then we'll see if we can pick a winner and maybe something that will do well in Malmö in May. So we're going to start with the song "Go to Barn" by Ailsa. And James is kicking off with that one. Over to you.
Well, what can I say about this one? I think this is the one we've been waiting for. Judging by the reaction online, I see a lot of people are liking this. And the reason we here at Eurovision Ireland has been waiting for it, it's a song with the Irish language in it. And if this does get to Malmö, and I think there is quite a strong possibility it'll be the first time in over 50 years we've heard Irish at Eurovision, which I think is amazing in itself. The song itself, it's a bit of an odd one, I must say. It's got that sort of very techno sound to it, but there's a little traditional flair in there. You've got the Irish flute sort of going through some of the music riffs. So I put it very much in that genre of like shum, that sort of ethno with very modern sounds to it. So I think that could do very, very well. The one thing that I find slightly strange about it is it feels quite disjointed because you've got sort of very lyrical Irish lyrics, very jarring music. I think it's a great idea. I'm just not sure it's been put together as carefully as it could have been. But I think the vocals are on point. I think it's something very different. I think Ireland could do a lot worse than sending this to Sweden.
Thanks, James. Yeah, I thought it got a very computer gamey sort of vibe about it. Sort of, yeah, maybe Grand Theft Auto, something like that. Yeah, it's an interesting choice. And it's nice that they're sort of trying to push the envelope a little bit. So good luck, Ailsa. Anyway, the next song we're going to review is the one by Bambi Thug. Yes, you heard that right, Bambi Thug. And her song is called Doomsday Blue. Again, it's over to you, James.
Okay, so just before we started recording, I begged John to let me talk about this one. I just wrote angst in big capital letters underlined several times on my notepad for this one. This is genius. I really, really enjoy this. On the one hand, it's sort of very guttural, very growly. They're shrieking. It almost sounds like it's being sung by monsters, which I think is brilliant. It's got a really sort of quite demented and hellish sound to it, which I know sounds awful, but I think it just works really, really well for the atmosphere of the song. It juxtaposes really nicely. You've got sort of very, as I said, very guttural, then sort of shrieking. That I was like, this is all brilliant. That being said, I feel like if this goes to Eurovision for Ireland, I feel like it will fall completely on its backside. I feel like it's very niche for the contest. And I feel like while the people like me out there are like, oh, wow, this is amazing. This is so different. I feel like a lot of people watching it are just going to be quietly horrified. So I think something like this, you'd have to stage incredibly well for the message and the meaning for the song to come across. But yeah, I was really happy to see this in the national selection. I'd love it to go to Malmö, but I have a strong feeling it's probably not the right choice. But in terms of, a national selection song and pushing boundaries, everything, I think this is incredible.
Yeah, it's a bit like when Georgia just sends stuff that I don't care if Europe likes it or not, that they send what they like. So it could be that sort of thing. Like Georgia or Montenegro. Thanks, James. Right. We're not going to ask you to review anymore for now. The next one is by Erica-Cody. And she's singing a song called Love Me Like I Do. And it's over to Bogdan. Where you go.
Well, I have to admit, was the song that I really enjoyed listening from the beginning to end, because in my opinion, it's a Eurovision song by numbers. And it's easy to sing along. I think Erica is doing a brilliant job. The style of the song is quite current with a little bit of 80s infused into it. And to me, it sounded like Irish version of Miley Cyrus with Flowers. Like, okay, love me like I do because I can do it better than you. And yeah, I really enjoyed the song. It's relatable, and it also has that key change that all Eurovision songs that do well have it. So for me, it will be a really good choice for Ireland. If it goes on in Sweden, we shall see. But yeah, it's a song I really enjoy listening to.
Thanks, Bogdan. Yeah, my note here, I've just got a vibe of the 80s Europop man modern talking. Got that sort of vibe about it. But yeah, could strike a chord. Right, we're staying with Bogdan for the next one. Sarah and Richard will get a go, believe me. The next song is by Isabella Kearney, and it is "Let Me Be the Fire." Let's struggle to read my own handwriting there. It's "Let Me Be the Fire" by Isabella Kearney, and it's over to Bogdan again.
That's right. That's another contemporary song, and I was listening to it. Like, okay, it's quite a radio-friendly song. Again, it has a really nice beat, and the bass. Oh my God, I love that bass when it kicks in, and could be a good televoter. It could really brings lots of televotes. However, I do have a problem with the chorus. I don't think it's strong enough and memorable enough for the people to remember it. But I think it still could do a good impression on the main stage. I'm really curious to see it live. But after the two songs that I just mentioned, yeah, this is my second one, as in how current and radio friendly it is.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I got it down that it could almost be a Melody Festival Ireland song. It's got that sort of vibe about it. Anyway, it's Sarah's turn now.
Yay!
And Sarah's chosen the song by JLOL. It's called Judas. Now, as you know, we recently interviewed JLOL, so look out for that interview we did with him on the website. Sarah, what have you got to say about this song?
I better be nice, hadn't I? Because as we've interviewed him. Actually, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship because this is very much a rap song, and rap for me either works or it doesn't. And we have seen cases where it has. So, for example, we've had Love City Groove back in 1995, which reached the top 10, and more recently, we had Kalush Orchestra 2022, who there was a lot of elements of rap in that. Um, I have to say that sort of with this one, yes, it's I think sort of the mixture of the rap plus then you've got the female vocals in between makes it quite a nice radio song. Now, whether that can translate onto the stage is another matter, and I think the staging is going to have to be really good to sort of grab the audience's interest. Other than that, it's not. I would say it's not one of my favourites, but it's not bad either. How it will do, I'm not sure whether it will be the right choice to go to Malmö. I do think there are better songs in the selection, unfortunately. But depending on how it's staged, we'll see how it does. It could do better than we think, as has been proved in Eurovision in the past. Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, if you watched the interview, you'll know that he wasn't going to give away any of what the stadium was going to be like on the Friday night show. He wants it all to be a big surprise. But I think the rap with the contrast of the soaring choruses that are thrown in as well, it just sort of breaks it up and yeah, could get people's attention. Anyway, the final song in this little review is a song called "Love Like Us," and it's by a boy band called Next in Line. Richard, it's over to you.
So think of your typical boy band, think Westlife, think Boyzone, maybe One Direction. You can already get the idea what is going to come to the stage. You can probably visualize the performance already from the likes of Westlife and Boyzone. You got to remember we haven't seen a live performance of any of these songs yet, so it's probably the one you can easily visualize. In terms of live vocals, I could probably see them being one of three acts that we discussed tonight, with live vocals being okay. Three of the others I would question quite easily. In terms of going to Malmö, could Next in Line be going? Possibly. in terms of semi-final, there'd be a borderline qualifier, I think. So it could be a safe entry for Ireland to send. Who knows? But I'd love to see an Irish entry go, but who knows? Yeah, next in line, possibly.
Thanks, Rich. Yeah, it's definitely the boy band sound. Sounded a bit like Wild Youth to me, but yeah, different year. Who knows? Right, we're going to quickly go around the room and ask each of us whether there's what we think our winner could be from the show on Friday night, and could the winner do something in Malmö, i.e. the final for starters. James, we'll start with you.
So I think there are a couple of songs here that if the wind is blowing in the right direction, they could see Ireland back in the final. In terms of who I think who is likely to win on Friday night, I think for me it definitely comes down to Elsha and Next in Line. I think it depends which nostalgia the Irish public is leaning into, whether it's the Irish language or 90s sounding boy bands, but I feel like it's going to become a two-horse race between those two.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, James. Sarah, what's your thoughts?
I think there's a couple there that could potentially get Ireland into the final if they go. I think I'd like to see Elsha go for the simple reason that obviously we've got sort of the change in language. It's kind of unique in its own way, something a bit different to what Ireland will have sent in recent years. And I think if they get the staging right, this could have a lot of potential.
Hey, thanks, Sarah. Bogdan, over to you.
Oh, personally, I like Erica, and I would like her to go. I would love her to go to Eurovision. However, I think the battle will be between Elsha and Next in Line, and maybe Erica third or second. We shall see.
Okay, and Rich?
Well, I'd like to see Elsha go through because of the Irish language, because we haven't seen Irish language at Eurovision for how many years. I do have a sneaky suspicion people play it safe and vote for Next in Line, purely because the boy band, a lot of Europe can relate to the boy band. But yeah, we all know EuroSong year on year is a surprise result. So let's wait till Friday night.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. Yeah, I've sort of got to agree. I think Next in Line could be the one that your average Irish person will vote for in their droves, maybe. Ayrshire, just to inject a bit of Celtic into proceedings, could do well. I've got a sneaky regard for the song by Erica-Cody as well. It's safe, and I think Mill will disagree with you that Ireland, the aim at the moment is to make the final, right? Because it's about time Ireland got back into the final. It's been a few years now, so that song might just be enough to tip it over the edge. But there could be another one, a number of the others as well that could easily do the same. So there you have it. Eurovision Ireland on the Irish songs. As I said at the top of this broadcast, it's being broadcast on RTE1 and it'll be on RTE Player as well at 9:35 Dublin time, 10:35 Central European time. If you're not in any of those areas, just check locally and you'll work it out. And it could be a good show. So we'll all sign off. So it's bye from Richard.
Bye.
And Bogdan.
Bye, everyone.
And Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
And James.
Bye, everyone.
And me and Staggy. Goodbye.